Okay, let's begin. Welcome everybody to Thursday night training. What we're going to be talking about tonight is going to be the new Habits of Health class. My name is Rick Green, and I'm standing in for Troy. He's on the road right now and doing some traveling to convention, so he's not going to be with us. Anyway. So what I wanted to do is talk about the Facebook in the event, and that we've got posted up. And I'm going to do a share screen for those of you that are watching. And what we're going to do is in your Facebook, if you will follow along with me, and I'll show you what we're talking about. Now in the Facebook, you can go to your events, and you will find that this event is in your listings. And on the Facebook, when it decides that it's going to come up here, there we go. We've got the 12 Weeks Habits of Health online class. So if you will go ahead and click on that, it's going to bring you to this page. So this is the page that we're going to use to invite from. And as you can see from here, we've got 885 invited right now. 30 have confirmed going. But I want to show you a couple things. First off, how to invite from here. And then one other thing, which is there's a list, if you'll open this up, where it says using these tools and completing the Habits of Health system. If you'll drop down, I posted the first 6 weeks of what we're going to be covering. So week 1 through week 6, and this will give you a good idea as to what we're going to be doing. And so if any of your participants come in and want to know, well, what is that all about? You can actually copy and paste from here and use this to send to them, so something might interest them. Again, this is only week 1 through 6, but I haven't gone through and completed the entire 7 through 12. So this begins on the 21st of July, and it's going to be at 6:30 to 7 o'clock, and this is Pacific Standard Time. Or Pacific Daylight Time, and just so that you understand when that's on. So it does say 6:30 to 7, but it doesn't show that it's the time, but it is going to be Pacific Daylight. The webinar, the way it's going to be structured, it's going to take probably 3 of us running the webinar to do this. There's going to be a presenter, a host, and someone that's going to be able to monitor the chat. Now with this webinar, it's not going to be like a regular Zoom where you can see everyone. It's going to be just like watching your TV, and then you'll have a chat where you can use your computer and send messages. But other than that, you won't be able to see anyone else. And so you know, if somebody is worried about, you know, everybody watching them or whatever, it's not going to happen like that. This is going to be just solely from their computer to the share screen that we'll be using. Okay. Now, you can invite friends from here. You can put your friend's name in and invite them. I've got a lot more friends that need to be invited. And what we would really like to see happen is that when you've invited them to this event and they say that they're going, I would like for you to also send them this Everbright link. Now the Everbright link will allow us to kind of track who's coming, because right now we've got room for 100. But if we have 101, we'll have to open up the room a little bit more. So we really need to have a very good count on those people. So you may have to PM them and confirm that they're coming. You may have to call them. You might have to email them. Whatever you're doing, after you've made the invitation, please follow up with them. And we really want to, we really want to get a lot of participation. We think that more than 100 are going to be coming on, and if that's going to happen, then we just want to open up the room a little bit more. So has anybody got any questions at this point as far as where to find the event? Let me know. It's on the Facebook, and it will be in your news feed in the events column. And you'll just roll down and find the Habits of Health class, and then from there you can start to make the invitations. Now we can monitor and find out who is going, and we can all scroll down and find out how many people are going to be in there, and that's great. So that's really cool. But what I would really like to do is, we can choose from our friends. So when you pull the Choose from Friends up, you can actually go to, you can actually go down into your groups and go to Unite to Wellness. And in this particular group that you're a member of, you can see all of the people that, if they're grayed out, they've been invited. But if they're not grayed out, as I scroll down through this, you can see that there's been a lot of invitations already. But if they're not grayed out and they're in the Unite to Wellness group, then please go ahead and invite them. Now, there's a couple things that we want to be very cautious about. We do not want to cross our lines. We don't want to invite those outside of our group. If they're a health coach that are outside of the group, and you know that you've got friends or you are friends with them, please do not invite them. The reason that we're doing this this way, this is a beta test, and if we're crossing the lines, going from this our group to another group, there may be some confusion. So we don't want to confuse anybody. We want to keep it as simple as possible. So please be cautious as to who you invite. If you know that they are a health coach outside of our group, please do not invite them, okay? So you can, and I'll just go ahead and I'm going to select who I want to invite. And it's real simple. You get a check mark here, and then you can send out the invites with the little blue box. And so now we've got 887. Hopefully between now and before convention, we could see a possible 3,000 or 4,000 in here. And so we know that we have to invite a lot of people in order to get a lot of participation. Right now we've got 31, and it's only been up a couple of days, but mostly that's health coaches. So please, get out there, get involved. And the other thing that I would like to see, and I know that Troy wanted to talk about this is exciting. And if you're making comments, please take a second and go ahead and make a comment on this event. Like, I'm excited to attend. And go ahead and post that. The reason that happens, or the reason that we would like some activity in there, is because it will pull up on your client or the people that are in the group. It's going to come up in their news feed as more and more the times that we participate and invite, and the more and more comments that are made on this particular event. Hopefully we can generate some more excitement, and they're going to see what's going to happen with this. Now, I have also posted and I'm going to go back here to my Facebook. I also posted in the group, which is the Health Coach, Coach to Health. You should be a member of this. If you're not, as a health coach, please go ahead and ask to join. And under the files, I've got a where did it go? I know there's a lot of files here, and I've lost it. Okay. There's a file that's been posted in here, and you can use it to invite from. There it is right there. Sorry. So this is, we're happy to announce this 12-week course beginning July 21st at 6:30 p.m. PST. If you click on this link, then it will come up, and it's going to be right there. You can copy and paste this from Google Docs into any emails that you want to send out. And it's what this is this is just an invitation for your client or pre-client that could come in, and you you have total access to this because it's fully open. So you can take this, you can copy and paste it into whatever email, and go ahead and personalize this with your name at the bottom and your contact information, so that it says right here on the bottom, contact your health coach today for more information on registration and course information. So we're trying to make it as simple as possible so that you can invite a lot of people to this particular event. And it may be that the first week we may have a few, but I think it's going to probably grow as we get through the meetings, through the events. So let me go ahead and unmute. Anybody have any questions with this? I'm going to unmute you all.
Rick?
Yeah.
It's Rita. Is it on? Is that whole invitation?
Hold on just a second, Rita. Let me mute everybody, and then I'm going to go ahead and would you please unmute yourself? Okay.
Is it on the Coach to Health or on the Unite to Wellness?
Okay, which
one is it on?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the invite?
Yeah, the Facebook invite, because I don't want to confuse all my coaches when I start to do this, because I don't want to, same thing as, I've got my own Zoom, but I also am working with Troy. Okay. So I want to make sure I don't confuse everybody.
All right, let me go back here just a second then. From your Facebook, over on the left-hand side, you'll see your news feed. You drop down to events, and it should be listed under your events.
Oh, great. Okay.
And then there's the event right there. So that's where you find it. Okay.
And so if I want to send that out to my coaches, because we're involved, because not everybody's on the Coach to Health or the FIBC or any of that. Mm-hmm. But I want to make sure we get this out and we work together. Absolutely.
That's a great idea. So if they're not involved with the Unite to Wellness and your coaches, get them invited over to that so that we can get them on the same page. But it should be in their events, because they'll be able to see the upcoming events. If you're friends with them on Facebook, they should be able to see it.
Okay. Super. All right, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Let's see. Let's see. It's right in the events for you. Yes, it is. That's from Susan. Right. And I have clients who would like to join, but will not be able to join online, and are asking about watching a replay of the class. Will they be able to do this, and how? Yes, we are going to be recording this, And we haven't decided whether we're going to use YouTube or Vimeo, but we will definitely be posting a link so that you can get that. Okay?
Rick,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
You referred to this as a beta test, which is usually a select group of people.
Uh-huh.
Is this open to our clients? Is it open to our
It is.
coaches, even
It
though
is.
they're not associated with Coach to Health or Unite to Wellness?
Okay, so that's fine. If they're not in United to Wellness, let's get them there so that they're a part of this group.
I'd like to be added.
Okay.
Okay.
And as far as the Coach to Health, your coaches should be in Coach to Health. They're going to be picking up a lot of information from Coach to Health, and of course, all of the Zooms are being posted there. So if they're not involved with that, I would suggest you get them in there.
Okay. Now, Unite to Wellness, I was told I had an invitation, but I've not seen myself added as that group, in that group.
I'll get it.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Rita. And Lori, too, for both of these?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you need anybody, Clark, put in there, it's not a problem. Give Rita the list that you want, and she can add them. As long as I mean, we can even invite them with their emails. So.
So Rick,
Yeah.
if somebody doesn't do Facebook, will they be able to see the reruns just on whoever?
Yes. If they're not on Facebook, see it as it is. This is going to be a webinar. They should be able to get in from their PC or their laptop. And even if they don't make it to the Habits of Health class, we will have a link after that as a recording in either Vimeo or YouTube so that they can watch it afterwards.
Rick, I have a question.
Yes.
Maybe I'm confused, but I thought they had to be friends with you on Facebook to be in the Unite to Health. And I have a lot of older clients who don't do Facebook.
Okay. So I would recommend that you send them the link with email, because we have that. Are they going to be able to watch it on on their laptop or PC?
They've all got computers, but none of them do Facebook.
Okay, and that's fine. So all we'll have to do is send them the link. First off, I'd like to see the Eventbrite registration, and we'll send them a link to the event. It's
okay,
not.
Repeat that last part. You'd like to see what?
The Eventbrite.
Okay.
Okay. So let me go back to the Habits of Health online class. If you can see this, and we drop down to this invite right here, which is Eventbrite.
Right.
This is how they get tickets to come in.
Okay.
Okay. And what I've done is I've set up, what happens is when someone registers on that, then I get an email. And so this is how we're tracking it. Eventbrite is a ticket agent. They monitor who's coming. Right. It's basically an RSVP. Correct, Susan. Thank you. So this is how we're tracking those people that are really interested in doing the event. Anybody else have questions with that?
I do. I went ahead and invited all my friends on Facebook, and I had a bunch of them respond that they're coming.
Okay.
So now the next step is to take the yeses, send them this, and make sure they respond using Eventbrite. So that's what they need. For saying yes is not good enough. They need an Eventbrite to get into the class.
We would like to see them. Yes. Well, we would like to see them. This is a tracking a mechanism.
Okay.
So that if they register with Eventbrite, then we'll know how many are going to be there. Again, if you've invited them and they they say that they're interested, or you've talked with them, and they've said, hey, I'd like to do that, then follow up with them, PM them, or email them, or call them, so that we know if indeed they are going to show up. What we're trying to do with the Eventbrite is get a head count, so that we know how big of a room we have to have.
But they don't have to. I guess my question is, they don't have to register through Eventbrite to take the class. That will just be a link, I assume, right?
That is true. That is true.
Okay.
They don't have to register with the Eventbrite. It would be really nice if they did. That way we could positively get the head count.
Okay, I will. I just wanted to clarify. I'll make sure. Thank you.
Okay, you bet. No problem. Let's see, another question. If they're watching the replays only, do they need to register with the Eventbrite link? No, they do not. After the event is done, first week, and it's been recorded, we will then post a link to that particular event, so that they can watch it at their leisure. I mean, we know that a lot of people would like to be participants in this, but it might not be the right time. So yes, there's going to be a link for that, and it will be posted just like when we do these recordings, and we post them into Unite to Wellness, and so that will be available.
Rick, question.
Yes, go ahead.
I've seen Eventbrite send reminders once you've registered or clicked on their link and said you'll be attending. They have sent a reminder.
Yes, they do.
Will they be doing that with ours?
Yes, they will be. I put that as a criteria in the particular link, so that, or in the registration form, so that they will get a reminder as to when it's upcoming.
So it's really critical that we tell people that they should register with Eventbrite.
I would say that it is very important to do that. If they are going to come down and watch the event, and if they've shown some interest, then please make sure that they do the registration on Eventbrite. We would like to know how many people are actually going to show up. I mean, you can see just from the Facebook page right here, and it's growing. 910 have been invited, 31 going. So it may take a few times. And if you're talking with your clients or pre-clients, connect with them. See if they're interested, then invite them from there. Let's see, what do we got? Okay. Well, that's all the questions. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop my share screen. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. Okay. So this is really exciting, and I know that Carolyn is super excited about that, as well as Troy and myself. I think this is going to be a really good class, and again, back to the Facebook page, the event page. If you want to dribble on your client or pre-client what this is going to be or what it's about, you can kind of give them the overall view of what that's going to be for the first 6 weeks. Something in that 6 weeks should trigger their interest, and they might not come in the first week. Maybe they just want to learn the difference between primary, secondary, and fundamental choices. That'll be covered in week 3. So if they want to learn any particular part of the habits of health, then it would be good for them to be there. Charlotte, you with me?
I'm with you.
Good deal. So how's this being received on your end?
I believe it's being received very, very well, and I'm overly excited about the opportunity for this.
Very cool. I know that Brian does a Habits of Health class as well. And doesn't he do it once a month?
No, we do it weekly.
Okay, so you're doing it weekly also, but you're doing streaming, right?
We're doing streaming only. We're not doing recorded. We recorded it the first go around, and those are still available online, which I probably ought to send you the link so you can go back and review those.
Perfect.
In case you get some tidbits. But everything else, we haven't done it after that, so we're just encouraging people to be online. But
Okay.
I think it's going to be a great opportunity for others, again, like I said, based on busy schedules and stuff, that they cannot be involved immediately when we're doing it.
All right. All right.
I
So,
work closely, not as closely as you and he have been and stuff like that, but helping provide some information, some feedback, and various other things.
okay. All right. So, see, this is a little bit different than what Brian's doing. Thank you for that, by the way, Charlotte. Actually, I've got right here, just right now, I got a notification that someone has registered through the Eventbrite. So awesome, you guys are doing it. Perfect. And Carolyn, what do you think? What do you think about this? Well, maybe Carolyn's not here.
She is.
Okay. All right. I think as it is, Joe, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. So has Troy asked you if you're available to help participate with this?
I haven't had a conversation with him yet about it because he's traveling and everything's kind of titchy, but I am absolutely able to help with that, and it'll go kind of hand in hand with what I'm working on here too.
Okay, good. All right, perfect. Oh, we like that. So if everybody, I think if everybody will get on board with this, and please, if you have any questions and you don't have my text, let me give this to you right now, okay? It's 253-732-6545. Again, that's 253-732-6545. If you have any questions about that, please text me, and I'll get back to you and let you know, or I can give you a call, and I'll help you through this. If you have any questions about doing the invitations or about the Eventbrite, and or sending out emails to your people, okay? And so I'll just let you know that between now and, let's see, we're out about 3 weeks for this event to happen. So within the next week or so, if we could build that invitation list to a couple thousand, that would be super. Alrighty then. Well, let me go ahead and stop the recording.